Conversations from the Cave is a raw self-help podcast dedicated to discussing men's issues. From pornography to parenting, from religion to real life, from learning to loving. We discuss the real issues that affect real men every day. Join us each week for powerful, revealing Conversations from the Cave. Now your host, Kurt Kennedy.
This is Conversations from the Cave, doing it each week. And we are joined in studio by three fabulous guys who have become good friends now. So to my right, Mustang, can you chime in for us and let us know you're here?
Hey, Kirk, excited to be on another call. Love hanging out with you guys and love to get the word out.
Excellent. Right in the middle, doing it as we always do. B.A., can you give us a word, sir?
Hello, this is B.A. Let's change lives one word at a time.
And then, lastly but not leastly, Nola, good to have you here, and can you let us know what you're doing, sir?
This is Nola73, meet you where you at. If y'all don't mind, I would like to take about a couple of minutes. I promised somebody that I would do this for them. Last week, my family and I went to Youth Congress, I think it was up in Knoxville. As I was walking down the street with my boys, I met three young men, and they was walking toward us. And one of the guys stopped and was like, dude, yo, that's old dude right there. And I'm looking behind me, and I'm like, okay, I don't see nobody. Who is he talking about? And he's slapping, popping his other partners in the chest. Dude, that's old dude right there, man. That's your boy. That's your boy. And so I'm saying, who is everything okay? He's like, man, it's you, man. Can I take a picture? I'm like, I don't know you. Who are you? And he's like, dude, you the guy from the talk show,
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
And so I'm standing, I'm thinking, I don't know what talk show I'm literally, I went to protective mode because I'm in a,
you got the
and so, what are you talking about? So they're like, dude, from the combo thing. I'm like, oh, Conversation from the Cave. He's like, yes, you the guy on the page. And I'm thinking, how do you know me? And literally, I forgot that y'all that we took pictures that
last week. Yeah, the previous week.
And so, so I said, okay, cool. So I took pictures with him, and I told him that I would give him a shout out. His name was Bobby. The other friend name was Mike, and I think the other one was Tommy. And just want to say I thank y'all guys for listening in and, paying attention to us. They say that, they got the opportunity to listen to the show. And now they got a face. My face.
Yeah.
And they found out that I was Nola73. So.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. That is so amazing. Well, guys, welcome. Welcome to the show. And glad you guys check in with us each and every week. Go ahead, Nola. I didn't mean to cut across.
Yeah, and so that was the first one. And then, as I got farther into Youth Congress with the kids, a couple of other folks started noticing me. And so I'm just saying, that the show is
working.
Doing big things.
Yeah.
People noticing us. And to you guys, man, my panelists, be a little bit more aware because now the controversy as well as the good deeds is going to start pouring in, is going to start coming toward us. People, there's a face now to you. They may not know exactly who said what until we actually get farther out there. As of right now,
well, you knew going in to this ministry that there was going to be the opportunity for it to go public. I mean, that's the point of doing this kind of outreach. We knew going in that we wanted people to be impacted by this outreach. We knew going in that the hope was that we would say something to get people to start thinking, maybe to reevaluate their perspective and to begin taking manhood seriously and to be strong in being a man. It's meeting my needs. Strangely enough, I haven't had one of those experiences where anybody's seen me on the street or anything like that, which is just absolutely amazing that you did have that.
Awesome.
That's just totally, that's all praise be to God that it's getting out there and that people are checking it out. So that's number one. But number two is it's just, the fact that we're trying to do something that really helps guys. I mean, we went into it with this notion of serving guys and letting this enhance the lives of those who listen. So welcome, gentlemen who have joined us, and feel free to start sharing this podcast with your friends. Obviously, it's getting out there more than we knew. Nola decided to surprise us with this news. This is the first we're hearing of it. So it's pretty exciting to know that we've got a team of guys out there checking us out each and every week. So that's pretty exciting. Switching gears just a little bit, we wanted to talk about mothers this week because we're going to do a special episode for Mother's Day, which is next Sunday. Or actually, when you guys hear this podcast, it'll be this Sunday. But we're going to approach it a little differently. And a lot of times we didn't want to do it the sappy way of, oh, our mom is absolutely the best thing since home-baked bread, and my mom's better than your mom kind of thing. We didn't want to get into yo mama jokes kind of thing. We're hoping that tonight will be something a little different, and that is how to pick the right mom for your children. Because I think a lot of the guys who check out the show week to week, they're single. And when they're picking out sweet companionship, they oftentimes are not thinking about the kind of woman who will impact the lives and shape the lives of their children, because it's a tremendous responsibility. And oftentimes I know when I was in my 20s, I don't know that was the first thing that came to mind when I saw a beautiful woman walk by. So I don't know about the rest of you. I mean, baby came to mind, but it wasn't.
Wasn't a child.
It wasn't a child, It was a little different. So putting it into context, I thought I would throw it out to the group and start this conversation off with what should we pick as a good mom for our children? I'm going to toss it over to you, Mustang, and get things started off.
Well, first of all, man, like you said, context completely different. When you have no wife, no child, no children, very few responsibilities,
right.
Your thoughts of what your wife will be like typically lies probably somewhere between Tyra Banks and Carmen Electra. You're like, man, this is all I want. Like, I just want a lady that's like this, and she does this, that, and the other. I mean, that was it. I remember having like pictures and posters and all the good stuff of Tyra Banks and all these women and, and all this stuff. And this is what I thought. But man, let me tell you guys something. I have to tell you, after years and years and years and years and years of having children, I'm telling y'all, beauty has got very, very, very little to do with it. Do I want my wife to be beautiful? Yeah. I mean, I love the beauty that my wife has. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's fantastic. But my wife will wake up at 2 a.m. to go take care of that baby. Beauty's not going to do that for you. Sex is not going to do that for you. Go take care of your sick child, to breastfeed, to birth the child. Oh, dear God, man, that's a whole nother thing, man. When you're a man, you realize how powerless you can be when your wife's going through all this pain and you have to sit there and just hold her hand. You want somebody who is going to be there for you when the bills aren't getting paid. Because I never forget, and I'm not a big rap fan, but one of the lines that I love out of this one song is, you got to wait till it's dark to really see who's with you. You really got to wait till it gets dark outside to see who's really with you. And I'm telling you, if your wife is there with you when the bills aren't paid, when you lost your job, you got fired, this, that, and the other, beauty's not going to do that for you. Beauty's not. And I'm telling you, not because I'm trying to be cool or be inspirational, or because I'm on this call. I'm telling you, because I've been married for almost 12 years now. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting there looking at my wife and I'm like, oh my gosh, she wakes up and takes care of my children early in the morning. She's praying over my children. As a matter of fact, this morning, my son was sick. This very morning, my son was sick. He was throwing up. We didn't know what to do. My wife's up there praying over him. God, please help him. God, please help him. Boom, he went to sleep and he just popped up. I was like, oh God, okay, like, cool, like, okay, like, there's a lot more to it than just the superficial, because beauty is fleeting. It will leave. Any old woman will tell you, she will show you a picture and you're like, dang, you look great when you were younger. Wow. But guess what? You see those old couples together, they're still together. They're not together because she's hot now. It's because they forged something deeper. Something much deeper, and to move on, because I know other people have other things to say, but long story short, preach. Let's just say that's probably when you get to the position where I am, where you've been married for years, and I even dare say Nola may agree with this. You get to a position that might be 5-10% of it, 2%. I don't know what percentage it is, but I promise you, it's not 80 and 90%. I would trade that any day for my wife to be able to do the things that she does now, and take care of her husband and love me and give me support and give me, sometimes I literally feel like she's the only person that is there for me. I'm not talking about mom, dad, but I'm talking about the only person that understands what I'm going through at that moment. So she's my best friend and everything. So guys, when you're looking for a woman, definitely look for somebody like that.
That was deep, bro. That was very, very deep. You covered every last aspect of many of the points that I was thinking needed to be made, and none the least of which is the notion of character is far more important than the appearance, and a lot of times we don't get beyond appearance. BA, what are your thoughts? Are you feeling similar to what was said, or do you have some different thoughts about what needs to be?
Absolutely. And then what you just said, Kurt, about a woman of character. That's what you need. Let me just share this. It's an old wives' tale, but I'm pretty sure true. Is husbands, we marry our mothers. I mean, I'm not saying exactly spot on mother, the mother that you be around, to love, to care for. And let me preface this by saying my mom passed away in 2005. Well, as you know, so 2005, I was a little bit younger than I am now. I won't go into age, but well, when that happened, I mean, my world was shocked, and I didn't know what I was going to look for because, I had met my wife now at that end. I knew my mom was a church-going woman. I knew I loved her, and I knew she loved me. She did take care of the needs of the house. She had her little issues and problems, but, she was my mom. And so as I say that, there's been other ladies that have come into my life that have been like that next mother. Even my mother-in-law now, she's been a real sweet lady, and I've learned some characteristics from her too. But bottom line, and the biggest thing I want to say is you got to find a woman of character to be the mother of your children. Because as men, we have ideas, We mostly want boys to be in our family, or that we give birth or help give birth to or help create, because we want our lineage to continue. Nothing against the daughters, but it's just instilled with us that what does a boy become? A man, someone to take care of, someone to watch over the woman, someone to find that woman of great character. And, with me just saying that, it makes me think of, I've been blessed to find a woman with character, with just things that I desire. And the bottom line is, when you meet that person, look for those things, and also realize that in your weaknesses are going to be her strengths, and your strengths are going to be her weaknesses. And just find a woman of character.
Excellent points, BA. Nola, I know that you've got probably a ton to say on this as well, so take it away, my friend.
Oh man, okay. Oh man,
I know you're gonna come at it from a totally different direction. I know you're like, now let me tell you what you don't want.
Yeah. First of all, both of you guys made some great points, man, and I'm gonna just lay down a list of things first of all, and then I'm gonna dive in. When you told me the topic, the first thing I thought about was the dress code. The second thing I thought about, and I'm talking about my lifestyle coming up, what I looked for and what I was taught to look for. Dress code, the gene pool, misdirection, misleading, wants over needs. Okay, let's jump into the dress code. One of the things that I learned from my mama was decency. So when it came time for me to look for a woman, I looked for someone that was decent when down to apparel. So, what we're talking about is guys looking for a wife or a woman that would be able to take care of their kids, whether they have kids right now at the current time, or whether they're going into a relationship and then bearing kids. You want to make sure that that woman has a form of decency to her, because that's what your kids, if you have a girl or if you have a son, they still need to model somebody that doesn't know tackiness, but that has a firm ideal concept of what it takes to be successful in this life, and dress code